Hello again. Welcome back, my coder cats and coder kittens. Good to see you all again, and welcome back to another week where I'm here to talk to you about Linden scripting language. This, as usual, if it's Tuesday, it is Coder Kitty's Workshop. So, last week I did a very brief explanation of how to do an alpha control system that for a sheath and draw for something that has got too many parts in it to for the regular set link alpha to handle everything quite smoothly, because sometimes that does fall short on us. It's good for most things, but when they get to be too big, you can have problems with pieces getting lost. This week I had promised you that I was going to talk about a scavenger hunt system. This was actually something requested by one of our wonderful people in the Discord, which I actually can't look up right now, unfortunately, because I closed it out because there was too much traffic going through and it was creating audio and on-screen interference for me. But I will try to remember to go ahead and get her out and give her a shout out on screen in post-production. Um, at the time, she needed it quicker than I was going to be able to get around to making a video for it, so I went ahead and just built one for her. But we're going to go through now for the rest of you and show you exactly how that would work. What I was told that was wanted was a series of objects scattered around a sim that people would go through and follow clues to identify the object, and when they click on it, a HUD would actually track their progress. It would actually acknowledge, you found item number 5, you found item number 6, what have you, and would go ahead and fill them all in so that at the conclusion, when they had completed the entire effort, the HUD would release a landmark to where they could go to receive the special scavenger hunt prize. So, all in all, it seems like a pretty cool thing to do for a special game, for a Easter egg hunt, for a Christmas special kind of make a game out of giving presents to people that come to your sim, or any number of ways you can do that. So we're going to go ahead and look into how to build that here. So the first thing that you're going to need to do is to start thinking about the HUD system and how you're going to keep track of all of them. It doesn't actually have to literally be a HUD. It could be anything that you have anywhere on you. It just has to keep track of things and then tell you when you have them all. So I was originally asked about a 10 item device. So we're actually going to, what in the, I have no idea why those are in my house. That is really weird. What you're going to need is a way to store whether or not each item in your scavenger hunt has been found. So you'd have integer item 1 equals false. Helps if I use a semicolon instead of a colon. 2, 3, whoops. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so now you actually have a track for each of the requisite items. Next, you're going to want to have a listen. Started to write it out like the receiver. So let's put it on -25. Since these items may have different identities, we're not going to fill in anything there. They're like, you don't want to have to worry about knowing the key of every one of these things beforehand, so we're going to clear that. And lastly, the message. Here's where it gets to actually be simple. You can go ahead and set the message to be string get owner. Because the only thing you want to listen for is something uniquely identifiable. One way to make it uniquely identifiable is to make it the owner's key. You can confirm that that's how this is working by going say channel 0 a string for get owner. Gives you my key right there. Anytime you have the slightest doubt, verify something. I'm used to using that command. I'm used to knowing what it does. But if you're a little less accustomed to it, verify. The next thing you're going to need is a listen, integer channel, string, what, key, who, string, message. Next, here's where you're going to start filtering out the individual items. If what equals item 1, item 1 equals true. Or you could make this slightly more complicated and slightly more useful. You get item 1 registered if item 1, if you just have if item 1 and no further explanation, that means if that is true. So if item 1 is true, owner say, you have already collected this item. Else, owner say, you have collected item plus what? And then renders item 1 true. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Else, that was a mistake on my part there. To have that extra quotation mark. Did not need that extra quotation mark. Item 2. Item 2. Item 2. Get rid of the extra quotation mark. Just basically to update all of these going down. Else, item 3. Item 3. Get rid of my extra quotation mark that I screwed up. I'll check back into you once I have these all updated. Okay, welcome back. Didn't want to bore you going over the same thing too many times there. So with that in place, you now have the means to test for each of these items. Now the next thing to do is create, since getting my camera poised right is becoming a bit of a pain, we'll create a new box, item 1. We do not need a state entry. And here's where magic gets simple. not save that? Let's find out. Did I do the dumb? It's been known to happen. Yes, I did. There we are. Save that. And this is channel -25. So, -25. String. Detected. That has to do with the forgetting to save something. Detected key 0. Now, just so that we're on the correct page with everything and you can see what's going on, we're also going to do a saying that on channel 0. Okay. That told you my key from item 1, which matches the earlier test that gives my key from object. Now we test real quick. -25, no name, no key, string get owner. That should have been the same. So we're going to verify. Owner say, message. Okay, it did in fact receive the message. Since it is only listening for the key, it can only process that message. So the fact that it received in here, the color is indicating it's an owner say, but we can make that even clearer by going scav, short for scavenger, HUD. So you see it does in fact receive the key to the scav HUD, which means it's something else in here that is the problem. And I found the problem. I found a very silly problem. You have collected item 1. The problem was I capitalized the I on the object name, and here it was looking for a lowercase. Now if I go to click it again, you have already collected this item. So there you have it. What you would do is just create several more of these, marked items 2 through 10, or if you wanted to rename them something else, you could do that as well. You would just have to change the names that were expected all through here. So that is all I'm going to cover on that this week. On next week's, I'm going to go through and show you how to set up a check to see if a person has collected all of the intended items, and if they have, to give them the inventory, or if you're not necessarily doing quite as trusting a scavenger hunt, how to go ahead and pre-program the map coordinates into the HUD device so that it will take them there without having a landmark somebody can look in the inventory. I'm going to show you all of these things in the coming weeks, so go ahead and come back every Tuesday for a Coder Kitties workshop video, every Wednesday for a Coder Kitty Decoded if you are so inclined. If these are proven helpful to you, by all means, please like, share, comment, subscribe. Comments and likes I actually get notifications of, and they really do tell me that this is of use to people. They really do help keep me going. There's a couple of you that are really good about leaving those. Particularly our wonderful Kizzy on the Discord, who also goes through and routinely puts up notifications when my tutorials have been sent. So I don't know if I could keep at this the way I am without support from people like her and the rest of this little community. The few times I've had a problem, you all have just rallied behind and let me know that it's okay and that you're pulling for me, and it's really appreciated. I can't express that enough. I'm really grateful for the little community we're growing here. Um, but speaking of the Discord, there will be a link to the Discord in the description, as well as playlist links for both Coder Kitty's Workshop and Coder Kitty Decoded. So I guess that's it for now. Thank you all again. Good day, good week, good luck. Happy coding. Meow meow.